J.D. Vance doubling down on the administration's characterization of the victim, 37-year-old Renee Good, a U.S. citizen. Now, previously, Vance slammed her as, quote, a deranged leftist, and now said that she was, quote, part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. Well, when asked what evidence he had of this, J.D. Vance didn't provide any, but said that the Department of Justice was going to be investigating it. Vance also said that Renee Good was a, quote, victim of left-wing ideology, and lambasted the way in which the media is covering this fatal shooting. He said that the ICE agent as well, who shot and killed the mother of three, is, quote, protected by absolute immunity, and also gave a bit more details on the officer, saying that he was more sensitive towards this situation because he'd been dragged by a car during a stop 6 months ago in which he sustained cuts that required stitches. Democrats, though, outraged over this, not buying the administration's line on it, and state representatives are also demanding that ICE leaves Minnesota. And back here in Washington, House Minority Leader Jeffries is criticizing the administration's response, calling the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem a, quote, stone-cold liar. So rhetoric remaining very heated at the moment as this investigation goes on.
And Fraser, separately, the FBI and the Justice Department, they've withdrawn cooperation in the investigation that you're referring to there, effectively blocking local officials from probing what exactly happened here.
Yeah, basically, the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension was investigating alongside the FBI when this shooting took place earlier on Wednesday morning. But by the afternoon, that had changed. The Bureau was told by the FBI that the U.S. Attorney's Office had changed its mind and that they wouldn't be sharing evidence in interviews or case materials with the local investigators. So the FBI effectively freezing out local investigators. Now, on its website and in its statements, the BCA Force Investigations Unit says that it was created in 2020 by the legislature to provide an independent, consistent and trusted mechanism for investigating use of force incidents involving law enforcement. And Minnesota's AG was on CNN earlier today when he learned of this and said that he was horrified by that decision and that he would be trying to get the FBI to reverse course on that decision. He also said that he had seen evidence that warrants further investigation and maybe even sufficient evidence to hand over to prosecutors. And when asked by CNN what evidence he had seen, he said that some of the material that had convinced him of that hadn't been made public yet. So there are still some things that the public hasn't seen, if the words of the AG are to be believed. But where this investigation goes now remains to be seen. For their part, though, the administration and the federal government saying that it is up to the FBI to investigate this because the person who committed this shooting was a federal official.
Fraser, for now.